What's the deal? It's the boy Duane McClean at Duane McClean TV. Shouts out to everybody showing love. Shouts out to everybody subscribing to the channel. Shouts out to everybody fucking with the boy Duane. I appreciate all the new subscribers. You know what we do over here? We talk about we talk about conspiracy shit, okay? A lot of conspiracy shit. We like to have conversations. It's all open. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna be rocking and rolling over here. All right. So, guys, yesterday I went too far down the rabbit hole. Yes, too far down the rabbit hole. All right. I was looking up information on reptiles and shapeshifters. Okay. And I came across this woman. Her name is Arizona Wilder. She has a bunch of interviews she did with David Icke. David Icke is if you're going to be in this conspiracy shit, you need to be learning about David Icke. You need to be listening to a lot of his lectures. Young Pharaoh did something. Listen to Young Pharaoh. He's a good guy to listen to. You know what I'm saying? But I was watching Arizona Wilder's interviews, and she was talking about the reptiles and how they're the ones controlling the world. See, I knew about the reptiles through Max Spears. He called them a different name. He called them the Andronus Circonus. That's what he called them. And they choose who they want to know this information. So Arizona Wilder got chosen by the reptiles because she had kind of like psychic ability from being kin to the 13 families. Now, let's talk about the 13 families. The 13 families are the main bloodline of the elites that control the world, who are also reptilian. The reptiles take form of humans sometimes, and they interbreed with the humans. Okay, so there's some people out here who probably have got some reptile in them, don't even fucking know it. All right. Which is a crazy thing, and grasping your mind around this whole entire idea is fucking crazy. Like, so if you go back to the beginning of time, there's always been the story about a serpent or a lizard or some type of reptilian being. In the Bible, you had Lucifer as a snake. So God cast Lucifer down to earth, and he takes the form of a reptile's body. Okay, even though I think he just took that form that day just to convince Eve. In every form of religion, they're always talking about dragons. If you look on the Mayans wall, the hieroglyphics from the Mayans that the Mayans left and the Aztecs, they always had these reptilian beings or these reptilian gods that they worship. All right. Even in Egypt, they had a few reptilian gods. You know, they had a bunch of different gods in Egypt. So there's always been these stories of these reptiles coming here. And the reptiles have infiltrated everything on this planet. Okay? They take the form of humans to manipulate us. They can't come out in their true form. All right? And somehow it's getting harder for them to survive on this planet. So the reptiles live off of drinking blood. So that's why a lot of these satanic rituals, they're killing people and drinking blood. The purest form of blood is from a child. And to get the purest form of the child, you have to torture the child and then kill it to get the purest form. I know it sounds crazy. So we have a reptilian being here that loves to drink blood, that survives off blood, and they want the purest form of blood. Okay? This takes me back to when I was listening to Alex Jones one day on the Joe Rogan show. You motherfuckers. And on the Joe Rogan show, Alex Jones said that these beings are coming from other dimensions and are asking for blood. They're asking for blood. That's why you have all this crazy shit. Right? So, it kind of, I was like, what are they talking about? So it kind of adds up that these beings from the other dimension are the reptiles. They're the fallen angels that we talk about. Okay? And I'm pretty sure when they came, they made big flashes in the sky and shit. You know, that's why you see shooting stars and things who the fuck they are. These guys come from the fourth dimension, right? They come down here and they fuck up shit, right? This story was actually on National Geographic because it's a myth, basically. Now, we got these reptilian beings here to destroy the world. And they are very, very far more advanced and far more smart than us. And they're very strategic, very strategic. They want to control this world. They want to rule it in any way, form, and fashion. And I kind of get confused on why they don't show their true selves. But I think they want to be in more of a structure where I think they might be outnumbered. No matter how smart they are, they're still outnumbered. And I'm pretty sure they still can be killed normally. You know, they're very powerful though. They can shapeshift. They can take the form of any person. Okay? I don't think they can take the form of a black person though. Or any highly melanated individual. Because you can't make melanin. So they took the forms, or either took the forms or they made it with a bloodline. And they've been passing this bloodline, interbreeding this bloodline for years. And these reptiles live forever. Okay? And this is where the confusion comes in for me, that I still haven't wrapped my head around, is that they, quote unquote, made the white race or the lighter individuals, the unmelanated individuals, to harvest their bodies and take form of them and to control, right? And to combat us, I guess. And I'm kind of confused onto how that happened. Okay, so they're saying they interbred with humans. So when the child came out, was it half reptile, take a human form? I kind of get confused with that part right there. But let's keep it moving. These reptiles live underground, and they come up from the ground. Even the Aztecs talked about how they came up from the ground. They live underground, they come up from the ground, and they rule, and they start taking over, right? So all the elites that control this planet are fucking reptiles. And the very most richest people on the planet are reptiles. I want y'all to Google Queen Elizabeth shapeshifting and the Pope shapeshifting and Mark Zuckerberg shapeshifting. A lot of these individuals that we watch who are very rich and famous are reptiles. It sounds crazy. I know it sounds crazy, but I'm not here to not sound crazy. I'm here to sound crazy. That's what I'm here for. I'm not here to sound normal. I'm here to sound crazy because people want to look at this shit like, what the fuck are you talking about? Some fucking reptiles. Like I told y'all, look up the interviews David Icke did with Arizona Wilder. All right, she talks about this shit. And there's a National Geographic clip about this as well. They were talking about this shit in 1998. And the story of the reptiles come all the way back to goes all the way back to the very beginning of time, almost. Probably like 8,000 years before that, right? So these motherfucking reptiles live off of blood, and they need baby blood. And I think Hillary Clinton isn't a reptile, but she's part of the satanic people that's with the reptiles. Alright? And these reptiles make religions. They formed a lot of these religions for control. And they basically, I guess, made this, I don't know. I'm making this, I'm not saying I'm making this, all just me adding it up. Alright? I can't say I don't know. But this part right here, I'm just coming up with something. I think they made satanic rituals so they can know who the side of it. Okay? They can go out and do their dirty work for them. Bring them to kids and all that shit. And be okay doing it. Because with a religion, you see how people are crazy with Christianity? Like they do whatever that Bible says, whatever it says. It's the same thing with Satanism or Luciferianism or anything like that. And the true Satanists will probably watch like, motherfucker, we ain't about that. Alright? If you're, shouts out to the Satanists out there, if you're watching this, let me know. You know, let me know if I'm fucking your shit up. But I digress. This is why they are raping kids, drinking blood, and all this other shit. I almost got hit by a fucking car. And all this other shit. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just making this video to let you guys know about the shit that I seen. Freaked me out, shit that I read about, and it's starting to add up now. All right, go look at Max Spears interviews. Max Spears was another guy who they killed. They also killed Arizona Wilder. When you start talking about this shit, they lay you down and tuck you in. Max Spears was also another MK Ultra slave who escaped, and he started talking about this shit. And he was talking about how he was picked by them. Okay, so there's a lot of info. I'm just freestyling it right now. There's a lot of info I'm missing, but I want y'all to get the glimpse of. This is what I want y'all to understand. There's some beings from the fourth dimension that came down here to fuck the planet up. Plain and simple. They formed secret societies. They formed all this shit. It's the reptiles calling all this shit. All right. I want y'all to also type in Pindar when y'all get a chance. Pindar. Okay. I think that's like the very pinnacle of the top of the pyramid of the guys who's running this shit. Who that? She got an ugly ass walk. Her back broke. But I want y'all to look that up, the Pindar, okay? So in a nutshell, we got some beings from the fourth dimension. They coming down here to fuck up shit. They've been causing all this shit. They spliced the African up, made the different races to fuck everything, to confuse everything up. And then they can only take they only can take the host of, I think, white people. That's why all the very top motherfuckers are all white. Nothing against my Caucasians. Like I tell y'all, love my Caucasians, man. Y'all know how to throw a fucking bonfire. All right, y'all know how to hook up some fucking marshmallows. All right, shouts out to them, man. Some cauliflower. You know what I'm saying? They know how to hook that cauliflower the fuck up. Shouts out to my Caucasians. Nothing to y'all. Nothing against my Caucasians, okay? Nothing against y'all. White women give the best head. Tops. The best woman who ever gave me head was a blonde-haired white girl. No lie. All right? After that is black women and Spanish. My number 2 is a black woman. But other than that, I fucks with my Caucasians. There's nothing against y'all, okay? But theoretically speaking, there was these reptilians who found the Africans. They tried to shapeshift into us, harvest our bodies. They couldn't do it, so they made splices up and made the other races where they can take the form of. That's why you see these top individuals like the Queen Elizabeth, the people that really run this world, are all Caucasian, because most of them are not really Caucasian. They're just taking the form of Caucasian. They're really reptiles. Mark Zuckerberg is a reptile. Jeff Bezos, reptile. And George Bush, reptile. Hillary Clinton, they're all reptiles, man. It's crazy, but like I said, I'm not here to sound normal. I'm here to sound crazy. This is my job. I'm the Hood Illuminati man. Y'all must have forgot. I'm the Hood Illuminati man. Me. I'm the only nigga in the hood who knows this shit. I go to my niggas with this shit, they look at me like I'm crazy. I had my homie the other week. I don't know if I already said this in the beginning of the video. I'm gonna say it again. I had my homie for like 2 months ago. Nah, that's like a year ago. We was riding. And he started asking about like the Illuminati and shit. I said, man, they reptiles. He's like, what? I said, they lizards, nigga. He couldn't believe he couldn't wrap his fucking mind around it. But in a nutshell, we're getting ran by these motherfucking lizards. They're out here causing this shit. We gotta find a way to take them down. They're very smart. We gotta open our minds up. We gotta start coming off the fucking bullshit. We gotta open up our third eye. We gotta start eating. That's why they put out, like I told y'all earlier in one of my previous videos, and it's making sense now. It's making sense. Remember I said they want to distract us and fill our bodies up with all this bullshit, so that they know that the human mind, when we can levitate our bodies, we can do all shit. We can do the same shit they can do. But we can't do it because we're so far from our brain. We're only using 5% of our brain. Think about it. You're only using 5% of your brain. That's fucking crazy. But that concludes the video. I might do a part 2 because there's a lot of information I left out, and I know I left it out. So I might do a part 2 on this. I'm gonna call it part 2 Illuminati Reptile. Matter of fact, we're gonna make this Illuminati talk, I think. Is this part 3 Illuminati talk or part 4? Whenever I find out which part Illuminati, we're gonna try this Illuminati talk They reptiles. That's what's gonna be titled. It's the boy Duane McClean. I gotta go in. I gotta donate this plasma real quick. Gotta pay my water bill. Yeah, y'all been donating plasma about 2 years. It's something I do. I don't really need to do it, but I love extra money, and I advise anybody to go out there and do it. Oh shit! It just clicked my head. The cloning. We gotta do that next video, because I'm talking about, damn, I'm donating plasma. They're taking my blood. They're sending the cloning facilities. Y'all probably got 15 clones of me. 15. I might be the clone, because when you get cloned, they upload your brain. Like I said, the next video is gonna be on cloning. I just did a lot of research on cloning. I read about cloning for about 40 minutes. That's a lot of reading for me. You know what I'm saying? Looking up videos on YouTube on rides and shit. You know, Googling. Just learning about cloning, just reading about it. I might have a bunch of clones about me. Well, that's another video. But I'm about to go and donate this plasma real quick, man. Made a little bit extra bread. I got to pay my water bill. I'm a regular nigga out here with bills and shit, you know what I'm saying? Regular nigga like y'all, you know what I'm saying? I ain't nobody fancy. But shouts out to everybody showing love. It's the boy Duane McClean. I'm out. Y'all be safe. Tune in for more videos. I'm trying to make sure, I'm trying to grind. Make sure I try to upload as much as possible now. You know what I'm saying? Got an edited video coming out. So if I take 2 or 3 days, just know I'm editing a video. Got an edit coming from y'all. Y'all be safe. It's the boy Duane McClean. Love.